Hello, my loves, and happy Tuesday. We are back with another EFT tapping video, and today we are talking about this feeling of being enough and doing enough. And I see this a lot in my work with tons of my clients where there's this constant feeling of needing to do more, that they need to just put one more thing on their to-do list or have one more habit that's going to allow them to have more time. And what I'm really passionate about is helping my clients and my community actually shift away from doing more. But what we tend to step into is that when we want to have better systems and better strategies, there's this paradox where we want those systems and strategies so that we open up more time so that we can fill that time up with things to do, right? More tasks, more accomplishments, more achievements, etc. And so it's really important that we recognize what our criteria is for doing enough and feeling like we have completed everything that is necessary, everything that's important. And at the end of the day, that comes down to the feeling that you have. It's not about how many items you checked off your to-do list. It's not about comparing yourself to the next person and saying, I've done more than that person has done, so this is enough. But really identifying the feeling of contentment within yourself. And that feeling is one that only you can create. So what we really want to do in this tapping today, and this is a video that you can continue to come back to every single time you start your workday or end your workday or are taking time off and you're having these feelings of, oh, I should be doing more, I need to get this thing done, or if I just work ahead right now, then like next week will be easier, but we all know that next week you're just going to do more anyways. So you can come back to this video and really tune into the emotions that are going on inside of you, this feeling of I should be doing more, or what I'm doing right now isn't enough. I'm not getting to my goal fast enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap this out together so that you can really shift the emotions that are happening within you when you feel these feelings and step into a higher vibe place where you can either step back into work feeling like, okay, I am doing enough, or step into your rest time without this constant background chatter of I should be doing XYZ, right? So what I would love for you to do is to just briefly tune in and see where you're feeling on a scale of 0 to 10 as it relates to this feeling of doing enough. And maybe you're just starting your day right now, maybe you're ending it, and just ask yourself, how do I feel? Do I feel like I'm doing enough right now? Is there this feeling that I feel like I should be doing more? And the idea is that whether or not you're feeling that feeling right now, if you literally are feeling that feeling right now, that's fantastic. That's the natural feeling, and that's going to be really powerful in the EFT tapping for shifting because you're naturally feeling this emotion right now. But if you're not feeling this emotion in this particular second, just have a tune in and remember what it feels like to feel that way. And if this is something that occurs, consistently for you or every once in a while, just think about how it feels when that comes up, that feeling of I should be doing more. And just get into that emotion and see where you're at on that scale of 0 to 10. Again, 0 being this emotion doesn't exist at all. I am so good. I feel like I'm doing enough. I know that everything is working, etc. And 10 being like, I never feel like I'm doing enough. I feel so overwhelmed by everything that's going on. Like I'm so behind. What I do is never good enough. I'm never working fast enough. Whatever thoughts and emotions come up, really allow yourself to get into those feelings. And that's a really interesting thing that I personally love about EFT tapping is that we're really allowing ourselves to connect to the negative emotions. And I really want to emphasize the quotation marks here because there is the belief system that we need to be positive all the time. There's this almost toxic positivity in the realm of personal development, and we want to make sure that we understand that it's okay to feel the emotions that are lower vibrational because they're coming up for a particular reason. And what we have to remember is that we and you are at cause for shifting out of these emotions. And that's where, doing techniques like this come into play, or going and having a coach and moving through what's coming up for you so that you no longer feel those emotions moving forward because you've shifted out and you're now in a different state. You respond differently to the situations that happen, but that you're not just ignoring the emotions in the first place, saying, oh, I'm positive, everything's good, but really these emotions are kind of eating themselves up inside of you, these feelings of anxiousness or overwhelm or not doing enough in this case. So again, tuning in, just make a mental note, where am I at a scale of 0 to 10? Then taking full responsibility for your personal well-being in this EFT tapping session, and let us begin. Even though I feel like I'm never doing enough, I deeply love and accept myself. Even though I feel like the work that I do is never good enough, I deeply love and honor myself. Even though I feel so overwhelmed by my to-do list because they never seem to get done, making me feel like I'm never doing enough, making me feel like I'm always behind, I deeply love, honor, and accept myself. All these feelings of not doing enough, all these feelings of not being enough, all these feelings that make me feel like I'm not capable enough, that somehow something is wrong with me because I can't do enough, that somehow I'm lesser than because I'm not getting enough done. Feeling that somehow I am responsible and it's my fault. That I can't be doing more. Because if I could only do more, if I could only be more productive and just get more done, then I would feel so much better about myself. And I would feel happy. I would just feel good knowing that I'm capable of getting enough done. I would be happy if I was achieving more. Because not doing enough somehow means that everything that I do right now isn't good enough. That my accomplishments up until this point aren't good enough. And it just makes me feel like crap. Because I don't feel good enough. I don't feel capable then. And it feels like I'm forever going to be stuck in this place of not being worthy or good enough to achieve my next level goal. If I could only do more, then I would be happy. But what about all of the achievements that I already have done? What about all of the things that I'm doing right now? Are they just not happening? With this feeling of not doing enough, am I just pretending that they don't exist? I know that I am doing things. Then why doesn't it feel like it's enough? Perhaps I feel like I'm not moving forward fast enough. Perhaps I have the belief that I need to achieve this thing faster. Perhaps I think I need to be a different person in order to have it. But I know that I'm doing things. I know that I wake up every single day and do things. And what if I was doing the exact right things, right now that helped me achieve my next level goal? What if less is actually more? What if right now what I'm doing is more than enough? What if what I'm doing right now is the exact right amount? I'm doing things that move me forward every single day. And I know things that haven't gotten done haven't made or break anything for me. I know I've always found a way to keep going. And when I turn around to look behind me, I know that I have been moving forward. The things that I am doing are moving me forward. And when I think about doing more, it feels kind of stressful. It feels sort of overwhelming because I'm already doing a lot. And if I were to do more, I probably wouldn't be able to show up to that task in the right energy. I'd probably show up with overwhelm and stress and anxiety. And those things aren't going to make me any more productive. It is so much more important how I am doing something than what I am doing. When I manage my energy, everything flows. And I fully, wholeheartedly believe that I'm doing enough. That what I'm doing is enough for me to get me the results that I desire for myself. I am doing enough. I am enough. I have always been enough. I am worthy regardless of the things that I achieve and regardless of the things that I do. I am and I am doing more than enough. Deep breath in and let it all out. And just tune in again and see how you're feeling. To be honest, I was probably at like a 2 or a 3 when we started. Wasn't really feeling stressed about this, but I feel so much better already. And I wasn't in, that 10 zone. So imagine what would have shifted for you if you, or just even think about right now what has shifted for you, knowing that you started up much higher and you're already feeling so much better. So let me know in the comments what you were at when you started and what you're at now. And I would also love to hear if there's anything in particular that you would like to tap away. If you have a particular belief or emotion, something that's constantly coming up in the way that you're working, or maybe when you're resting, you feel anxious, just have a tune in. Let me know in the comments, and I would love to shout you out on a video and give you basically a custom personalized EFT video within this group. These are really, really powerful resources for shifting out of the emotion that you're in and shifting into one that is more beneficial for you in moving forward to achieving exactly what it is that you want to be achieving. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon, loves.